Hello. Hi, Sojak. How are you? Okay, so I need to turn off the mob switch first. Turn on the nether mob switch. I want to run the blaze farm a bit more. But I think I have barely enough blaze rods to start building the brewing system. Yeah, I'm also fine. Today I think I have more time so I can stream. Like the last few days, it was a bit hard to play because I have a lot of things planned during the day, but like I have small thing, then I can play for 1 hour, then I have another thing, so it's annoying to find the time. But now I should be clear for the whole afternoon. Actually, the blaze farm is not here. And I slept a lot. Tonight I think I slept like 11 hours, which is a lot more than usual. Okay, this is all I have, which is probably enough. But just in case it's not, the farm is still running, so yeah. Yeah, you don't sleep too much. Every time you send a picture of like your amount of sleep time, it's not a lot. So I don't think I will finish the brewing system today because it's quite massive, but I will make as much progress as possible. Hi Cricket, how are you? So I need blaze powder. We'll just craft 10 boxes. Hopefully it will be enough, we'll see. 26 hours, it's actually a lot. I don't know how we can just do anything without sleeping for 26 hours. Yeah, I'm also fine, thank you. As I said earlier, I slept a lot tonight, so I'm not tired for once. Okay, I also want to make another beacon so I can have jump boost. Okay, it should be aligned correctly. Yeah, sometimes staying awake for a long time then allows you to get back into the rhythm. Okay, so I should have everything here. I will check just in case. I think apart from some decoration. And yeah, also missing one cake. Okay, see you, Zodiac. Okay, let's start this thing. And now I need to be careful with the elytra and the rockets, because I don't want to fall into the void. Hi Dan, how are you? At the moment it's a bit scary. I don't recommend doing that without an elytra. The first layer are not really hard to build, but I have a lot of pre-filling to do in the other layers. You need to place a lot of water bottles and blaze powder. Oh yeah, if Tweaker Fork doesn't work in 120, I don't know any other mods that can do that. And I searched for a few times last year and I don't think there is really any that can do that. Or at least it's hard to find. Yeah, this is a void perimeter. This entire thing, this is void. I just finished it like a week ago. This is 1000 by 1000. It took a while to make, but now it's finished, finally. I have a video on the perimeter, but not on the bedrock breaking. I made this perimeter a year ago now, and I finished the bedrock breaking last week. And I'm working on editing the video right now. I want to publish it next week, but we'll see because it takes a lot of time. Yeah, this one took a while. It was around a week per layer, and I was using 5 different bedrock breakers. Yeah, it's hard to record those things at that scale because the replay files are really big, and then it takes a lot of time to edit those. Yesterday I just edited 2 of them, which was the first layer of piston placing. Oh, I need to be more careful. And it was like 20 hours, no, 12 hours per replay, so it was 24 hours. And I think I have around 70 replays, which are 3 or 4 hours long. And I don't think I will use all of them. Can you use bamboo in composters? I'm not sure. No, you can't. Yeah, it's really hard to move. What I usually do is, if I just want to make something simple, I just place the 2 position keyframe, and instead of going to the end of the replay, I just change the time. So you can double click on the keyframe and just set the time to the end. What can I use that I have a lot of? This. So this way you don't have to go through the entire replay, you can just pretty much place everything in the beginning and then change the time. Oh yeah, see, so yeah, there is a long time without doing anything in the replay. I'm not sure what is the best way to do that. If you want to keep this as just one time lapse, you will have to find the time, the exact time when you stop, or you can just make 2 time lapses. But yeah, then it doesn't look as good. Welcome back. Yeah, you can just speed up the time, but you have to find the exact time when you left. Yeah, at least that that's a start. If you know approximately when you stop, you just need to place the keyframes. But yeah, sometimes you just have to wait like 15 minutes until the replay just load, and then you can place the keyframe. But if you have to wait for each replay, then you spend days just editing, and that's not fun. Hi Karen, welcome in. This is not supposed to be on. Oh yeah, it's supposed to be on. Just forgot the target blocks. Yeah, usually I'm always doing something else when I'm editing replays or exporting them. I think I made the same mistakes as earlier. I think that will trigger it again. No. Yeah, it triggered. My total playtime, you can check. It's 107 days. And I started the world like 2.5 years ago. So that's a lot of playtime, but I played for a long time. That's mostly why. Yeah, that's a lot of hours. But yeah, quite a few hours of those are AFK time, because I AFK'd 2 weeks at the ice farm and more like 10 days at the raid farm. So you can remove at least 15, no, at least 20 days of actual playtime, which was just AFK, so it's more like 87 days. It's still a lot, but not as much. Yeah, but it's fun. I like doing those projects, so for me it's not really dedication, it's just doing something I like. Yeah, sometimes I get burned out, but usually I just start doing something else. That's why I have multiple projects at the same time, usually, and they should be safe. Or then sometimes I just spend a lot of time in creative, so it's different than survival. I spend a lot of time designing things, then I get back in survival, so this way I don't get burnt out. But I think it's impossible to never get burnt out. At some point you just need to do something else and stop for at least few days or even few weeks. It's kind of hard to not trigger anything. And I think this is pretty much the same thing as this. And yeah, there is 5 or 6 modules that are the same, so just need to find the correct way of building those. It really depends on the project of our bedrock breaking. Uh, well, you can't really time-lapse everything because the perimeter is way too big, and even with a render distance of 32 you can't. So usually I just have half of it, which should take around 40 hours. Maybe a bit less. But I haven't started on the bedrock breaking time-lapse, so I don't know yet. But the piston placing was around 24 hours, but it was just half of it. Oh, you mean the video? Well, usually I try to make my videos around 10 minutes, and this will not just be the time lapses of the void perimeter, but also the preparation, the crafting, and all of that is already like 2 minutes. So in total, it will probably be 5 or 6 minutes. So I will try to make 100 or 200 hours in just 5 minutes. Oh, this is not good. Maybe I can just, yeah, it will be pushed down later. But I made a first video about bedrock breaking last year, and it was just a 17 by 17 chunks area. And this one, it was 100 and maybe a bit more hours. And yeah, it was maybe 2 minutes of time lapses. Okay, those are still empty, but at some point I will need to fill some of those. At the moment it's not really complicated to build. Okay, I think this layer is complete. Yeah, good luck to find this mod. If you find it, I think it will be useful to share it, because I don't think a lot of people know about a mod that can do that. Or you also can wait on Quick Fork for 120. Yeah, Twig Force does it, but not in 120. I think it's fine. And I think most people are playing 120 now. Still need to fix that, and I think it will be fixed when this goes down, yeah. So next layer should be fixed. Yeah, this will break. I think I need to place everything around the walls. Okay. Yeah, that's also what I found. You can, yeah, there are a lot of mods to change the length of the day, but not to completely disable the daylight cycle, but client side. Yeah, maybe it's possible as long as it's only client side. Because if it's just a server side mod, then I'm not sure it's possible. Okay, no, maybe it will work. Have to try. But there is probably a limit of the time length of the day. Okay, it looks correct. It will be fixed later. Yeah, this needs to be full. And I can't really do it later, so yeah, I have to do it now. Okay, now I can finally push those blocks. So at least the bottom is fixed. Okay, now it's fixed. Oh, it was a command. Yeah, that's sad. Can't really use any commands in replay mode. Okay, I think this layer is done. Now I will need to fill the droppers here. I need to make some space. I think the first one was this splash potion. Yeah. I don't even know if it's potions or just water bottles. Don't think we can check. Because those ones are not splash. Maybe I need to check on creative world, but then I will need to stop the time lapse. Yeah, I need to pre-fill the droppers here, but I don't know if it's just water bottles or something else. I can pre-fill those one later, but not this one. Because then I can just do anything at the end. Or I can also break those one and replace it. I think I will probably do that. Because I don't want to stop the time lapse now. Heineke, you finished your honey farm slice. That's nice. I saw one a few days ago. You published it. At least you asked for feedbacks. I don't remember where, but I think I saw it. And it looks nice actually. I tried making my own, and I tried making one without pistons. But I think I did not succeed because it's hard to get the refilling of the empty bottles and then collect the honey bottles. because I want to build one, like not soon, but in in maybe a few months, and I wanted to make my own, but I would probably just take an existing design, or at least take an existing slice and make the rest of the farm myself. I'm not sure yet. Yeah, this will be fixed again. Yeah, because I want to make a tall honey farm and not a wide one. So this way I can make a small perimeter and I can just chunk load it. And yeah, if I want to see the decoration, I would like to have the farm as thin as possible and make a tall one. And most of the time the farm are not really thin. That's why I want to make my own custom one, if I can. Maybe I need to lock this first. Yeah. This part is a bit more complicated. And I think this also requires pre-filling. Maybe it's the next layer. Yeah, this one. This is supposed to be on here. Oh, I know why. Slide Pro X time, thanks for the follow. Welcome in. I misplaced this one. Okay, now it's better. Okay, I think this layer is complete. Oh yeah, I did not recognize your username. You made good progress on the fortress farm. That's nice to see. Yeah, thanks. This is actually getting to be... it's a bit more complicated to build now. Like the first layer were a bit easy, but now it a lot of things to be careful, and I don't want to miss anything or break the machine. And it's actually, yeah, probably, yeah, less than half, because the complete thing is this size, so yeah, it's not done yet. Still a long way to go. And I will probably not finish it today, because it's huge. Hi Minix, how are you? I'm also fine, thank you. And this is complicated to build, but it's quite fun. Some redstone builds are really not fun to build, but this one is... it's actually okay. Those one are empty, so that's cool. Hi Opia, welcome. Oh, thanks. Yeah, I played a lot of time now, so I built a lot of things in my world. Oh, thanks a lot for the follow, or the sub, sorry. Thank you so much. Make sure you have your Twitch account linked to Discord, so you can have your role and have access to the world downloads for this world. So then you can explore it yourself. I try to update it pretty much every video. Sometimes it takes a bit more time, but yeah, approximately every video. And yeah, I was looking for a shulker box. And 3 years is a lot, especially for a hardcore world, when you can pretty much die at any moment. Yeah, the Discord should be below the stream, and I also have a command. So if you type !Discord, you can... should be a link, hopefully, if the command is working. Oh yeah, I see. Yeah, but you can still die with... oh, this is not normal. You can still die with like Void or something else, you never know. We'll probably place this one. Yeah, okay. We'll place this first. Yeah, if you are really careful, you can pretty much never die with the perfect armor and a totem and everything, but you never know sometimes. I don't have the trapdoors yet. Like if I'm not careful with my elytra or my rockets, I can just fall into the void here, which will not be ideal. Yeah, you need to be careful while AFK. Most of the time I use bots to AFK, but yeah, if you're just using your own account, just make sure you like nothing can hurt you or you can fall anywhere. Really have to be careful. Hi Lux, how are you? And this also needs to be locked. And apparently this broke again. I think I need to trigger this one. Okay. Already, what happened? Did something went wrong? Okay, this should also trigger this. Yeah. Yeah, probably. But yeah, now it's fixed, so it's... Yeah, it's good anyway. Like the logic of it, this part is quite complicated. I tried to look into it a bit, but yeah, it's hard to understand everything. Oh yeah, that doesn't sound very good. And especially with the heat outside. Like everything you do is hard and it's really tiring. I hope we will get better soon. I think I triggered something. Yeah. But there are pretty much no toggle states apart from this here. So I don't think I can break anything about those. And yeah, I also need to replace the shulker box now. So yeah, I need to be careful if I trigger this line. It's supposed to have one bottle here. And I can't really access those later. Well, I can if I break. I don't have to place those glass blocks now. So I can just access them without those. I think I will just fill everything that needs to be filled at the end, because this also is easy to fill. And yeah, it will be easier with the inventory, because then I need to empty my inventory every time and refill it. I can show you the old system if you want. So the whole thing is quite massive. Right now it's not even half, but I think the top part is a bit easier. But there is still a lot of logic here. Still missing some blocks. Well, that's nice to hear, Lux. Thanks again. Hi, Campfest. How are you? I need some redstone dust. It's here. Yeah, I'm also fine, thank you. Yeah, I feel like that's normal. If anyone has trouble with any system and want to ask me questions, you can. And if I can answer you, I will definitely try to help you. Yeah, the /c command was removed from carpet mode, but you have it in quick carpet. So this is pretty much another version of carpet mode that has different features. I think it has more features. And yeah, I'm using it on a server, so I have /c and other things. And this will trigger the piston. I don't see how it's supposed to not get triggered here. Okay, now it's not triggered, but the rest triggered. Okay, we'll fix it later. I think the piston is butted now. Yeah, I think there is also a script for carpet mode, but I don't know how you can install the script. We'll place further scaffolding, I think, before the observers. I can show you the storage for my pumpkin farm, but it's just something easy. I can show you now, actually. So it's really nice to have /c because now I can just use this to TP pretty much anywhere. But I'm just staying in spectator. So I can't really use it for fast travel. So yeah, this is the farm, and I just have some water to collect all the pumpkins and melon. And then I just have some water stream. This goes to here, and then it follows the road. It's quite a long one, and goes underneath. You can see some pumpkins right now, some melons. It goes up into here. There's an elevator. And here I just have some filters. So nothing really complicated. And apparently this broke. But I think there is nothing here, so yeah. And here I just have the filters. And this is completely full. And this is empty because I used a lot recently. I think it should all end up in overflow, which is also full. But yeah, I don't mind losing those resources. But yeah, I made this like 2 years ago now, this room. And I plan to have farms everywhere, but I just have those one here, a few of those here, and also here. And here I just have the iron, the old iron farm, which still have some. And apparently this also broke. But I think I fixed it, yeah. So yeah, this is the storage. And I can just go in survival back here. I think I won't place this now in case I just trigger the line again. Because I'm not sure what it's triggering next, but just in case, I don't want to break anything. Yeah, I won't place those glass also. I think this is just for spawn proofing, so it's not really needed. Oh, that's nice. Oh yeah, you wanted to know the option in Twig Fork. It's just called in Twix Daylight Cycle Override. This is on right now. Like it's supposed to be nighttime, but I like having it on pretty much always, because then it's always daytime, and especially in stream, then you can see every. Yeah, you can see always see, because when it's nighttime, then it's hard to see some things. And since I have the mob switch on, it doesn't change anything if it's daytime or nighttime. Maybe they removed it, but I'm not sure why. Well, then you can maybe try to upgrade from the 1.18 version. Are you sure it's in Twickenham? Maybe it changed because in 118 it's not in Twickenham, but in Twickenham. Yeah, it's also in there, apparently. So, yeah, you also have this option in Twickenham. And yeah, also for the weather. I did not know that. And this is using Twickeroo. There is an option called uh, fast. This is fast block placement. And you have different configuration. No, this is not that. Like right now I'm in face mode, which is what I use pretty much always. But you can place in line and layer, diagonal. So yeah, you can just place really fast and it doesn't make mistakes. So if I start by this side and I place, it will always place on this side, even if I try placing on the top or on the other side. So I can place blocks fast and it will always place in the correct disposition. So this is nice. And this is like one of the most useful mods to build anything. Yeah, no, it's not item scroller, is Twickeroo. Item scroller is more to move items from one inventory to another, or to craft things, but not really to place anything. Hi Abel. Yeah, it's been a while. But yeah, now it's holiday time, so most people have more time. Yeah, it's holiday for me too. And I will be going in vacation in 2 weeks, a bit less than 2 weeks. So until then I have some time to play, but after that I will be away for a few weeks. I don't know how long exactly. And I will try to have some videos ready before that. So yeah, my plan is to finish the bedrock breaking video and also the potion brewing video. So I hope I will have the time to finish both, because you never know how long it takes. If you want to change the fast placement mode, it's in generic. You can change here, but then to change the direction is just the direction you place the first block on. Then it keeps the same direction. Yeah, no, YouTube and Twitch is not my full-time job. And I'm still a student, so I don't really have a job. At least not full-time. I work like sometimes, but not full-time. And I actually still don't know what I will be doing next year, so yeah, I need to figure out that at some point. But I think honestly what I would like to do, or at least to spend most of my time in my life, would be to make music and play and make videos and stream. But it's quite hard to do really both, because anything artistic, it's hard to, you never know, you can be sure that you will be able to just do that, and you always have to do something else and hope that one day you can just do things you like. Yeah, I play drums, at least mostly drums, because I learned percussions since I was 7. And I also learned drums since I was like 2. And I play in different formation. And I'm also starting to write musics. I started a long time ago, but now more. I'm trying to write a lot more musics, but it takes really a long time. I think I updated this again. Yeah, exactly. It's hard to live from anything artistic. At least only by doing that. But you have to try, and you never know, so you have to try if you want to do it, and sometimes it works. And yeah, I stopped my studies, at least what I was doing last year and this year, and I was studying physics. So I had a degree in physics last year. So I started something else, and it was actually not something that I really liked. So I decided to stop. I think this is done. It's hard to tell. Yeah, I really liked physics, but what I did this year I had a lot of chemistry, and I really don't like chemistry. So that's mostly why I wanted to do something else. Yeah, most people you like put chemistry and physics in the same box because usually at school you learn both at the same time, but when you start to specialize a bit, you just learn one or the other, and then you realize it's not the same thing at all. And even just in physics, you have a lot of different domains, and some of them are a lot more fun than others. I know I don't have a stream schedule, mostly because I don't have a schedule at all, so I never know when I can have time, especially now on vacation, because I always have last minute things. But I hope in September I will be able to have a proper schedule. But yeah, until then I don't think I will have one. Just when I can, I'm streaming, sometimes during the afternoon, sometimes during the night. Like most of the time I start streaming, for me it's like 11 p.m. and I stop at 2 a.m. Yeah, at least in France, yeah, we learn physics and chemistry at the same time. I don't know how it is in other countries. Yeah, for me it's not early morning, it's almost 5 p.m. And even today I don't know when I will have to stop because I know I have things to do, but maybe I will need to stop like in 30 minutes, maybe in 2 hours. I don't know yet. Okay, see you later, Abel. I don't know, Lux, because I don't know how it is in Germany. So yeah, I can't really tell. Yeah, of course it depends on the teachers and school, but like the general program, like you learn in elementary school or high school, I don't know if you have more things in one country or another. But yeah, if you're talking about college and after high school, then it really depends a lot about the school, that's for sure. Yeah, I learned German in school. In France, you can pretty much choose between, um, so you have English, but then you can choose between German and Spanish. Usually when you are 11 or 12, it depends on the school. And I choose German, but I forgot almost everything I learned, even though I studied it for 7 years, I think. Yeah, I even forget what this means. So yeah, even basic words I don't remember what they mean. And I stopped learning it like 4 or 5 years ago, so it's been a long time now, at least without practice. And I also had 7 different teachers in 7 years, so every time you need to pretty much start over, and it's really easier to have one teacher for at least few years. Okay, I think this one is good. Yeah, that's what I thought, but I was not sure. Yeah, but French is not easy to learn. I don't really know compared to German, but compared to English, it's a lot easier to learn English than French. I thought I think I understood the first half of the sentence, but not the other part. Actually, 9 years of learning French is quite a lot. Yeah, is German really different between different states or the different region? Because in France it's pretty much the same. Well, no, you have some words that are different, but like it's mostly the same everywhere. Oh, you're from Switzerland, yeah. So you're in the German part? Because I know you have like Italian part, French and German. Mostly because they are also different region with even other languages, from what I know at least. I wanted something but I forgot. Yeah, in French the accent is really different in different regions. But not to a point where it's hard to understand. Like it's not if you go to Canada and French here is really different. And I also don't know how it is in Switzerland, if it's really different. Yeah, I haven't been too much in the north of France, so maybe I haven't met people with really strong accents. But I don't think it's really like in other countries there is much more of a difference between different regions. Maybe it's because like it's not my language, so it feels like there is a big difference, but maybe it's just me. I live near Paris. Not exactly in Paris, but near it. Yeah, I have a schematic of the globalization farm. Which one is this? This one? No, this one. But I think you can remove the hopper locking, which is completely useless. I just made it for fun. And apart from that, it's just 4, I think, dispensers and some observers here. But I can send the schematic to you if you want. Yeah, I also feel like in the north there is more words that are different than from the rest of the country, and in the south the accent is more pronounced. But I have some family in the south, and sometimes they use words that we don't use, but it's nothing that is really complicated to understand. Just words that we never use. Yeah, obviously you have that, but have also other words that are less common. We'll probably forget a lot of blocks because speaking and trying to build at the same time is sometimes hard, especially when the build is complicated like this one. But that's why I have the Lightimatica. I can easily check the schematic. Okay, maybe it's half of it now. Probably. Yeah, this will be the next video. Hopefully next week, but we'll see how long it takes. Because I just rendered two files, like two replays yesterday, and it took like 30 minutes each, and it was just 20 minutes replays. So it might take 10 or 15 hours to render everything. And if so, it will probably be more than a week. I don't use potions. I just make this so I can say I have it. Well, the only potion I will really use is fire resistance. If you're working a lot on the nether, you need to have those, especially if you're making a perimeter, or even just like, yeah, if you're making perimeter like the trenches or the tunnel bore. But apart from that, yeah, the rest is not that useful. Sometimes you need invisibility if you want to move shulkers or other mobs. But yeah, the rest you can just use some beacons. You did everything by hand. How big was it? Because this is a lot of mining, which can be fun, but if it's a really large scale and you're doing it alone, then it's not always fun. Yeah, 2.5 million is not a small amount of block. Yeah, 3 months sounds about right, because mining takes a lot of time. And you did not use a machine to place all those blocks? Because like for a really large amount of blocks, it's faster to have a machine. Especially if it's just one type of block. Yeah, I see. Yeah. COVID was already 3 years ago. At least the beginning, like more than 3 years ago. And that's when I started playing the game. I think I started like in April. At the time it was 1.15, I think. And like 1.16 just released few months after. Yeah, 1.11 is quite a long time ago. I think it's like 6 years, maybe more than 6. At least 5, more than 5, for sure. But yeah, I started playing with some friends in the beginning. We had a world, which we played for 2 months, I think, maybe 3. And I think that's the reason I continued playing in the first place. Because, yeah, alone it would not have been as much fun. And at the time it was also the only thing to do, so we played pretty much every day. Yeah, 2013 was 10 years ago now. And the game was really different at the time. Yeah, in the beginning, schoolwork was really different from a school to another, and like if you had multiple teachers, some of them would give you a lot of things to do, some of them would just disappear, and like sometimes your parents were like, "You need to work," and then you're like, "Well, I just don't have anything to do because the teachers are not here." It was mostly the case in the first months. So yeah, some people continued working a lot and some other just completely stopped. Oh yeah, I see. Yeah, you have to keep the same like like you could not work when you wanted, and that can be really annoying because since you're at home, you can pretty much work when you want, but that's not really you to decide if you have some parents. But it was pretty much the same for me. I was old enough so my parents will not really annoy me with this, but like for my brother it was pretty much the same as you. Yeah, for me it was completely online. At least yeah, in the beginning, so in March and April and May, it was completely online. And then like in beginning of 2020, like in September, we started class like not online, so it was at the university, and it lasted 1 month, 1 month and a half, and then it was online for the rest of the year, so 8 months. So I had online school for pretty much 1.5 years, and a lot of teachers will not really do their class properly, so we had to pretty much make our own research, and it was not really fun. You have to learn quantum physics by yourself, but at least yeah, it forces you to make a lot of research to learn something. Yeah, for high school, usually it was possible to do class and not online classes. So it was, I think, just for most college and other school after high school where we had to do online classes. And I think that was the hardest because you can do online classes for a few months, but when it's for like more than a year, then you just lose motivation and a lot of people just stop. Yeah, university is nice, but it's not for everyone. And also depends on the university, but I think most of the time you just have like a bit of time so you can do what you want and you can pretty much work however you want. And for some people it's nice, and for other people it's just like they need to have more people around them. And sometimes at university you're a bit alone. For me it was fine because I like working on my own. but it's not for everyone. Yeah, I liked it, but as I said, like half of it was online, so it was hard to make friends and it was hard to make anything. But the last year was not online, and that was cool. I think I broke something. Need to make sure I don't spill water everywhere. Yeah, the university can be really different compared to other region, and it's really hard to tell if you don't know anyone from those regions. You need another slab. Yeah, a lot of teachers like to, like, really early in the morning they ask you to give them your work, and sometimes you can't. And yeah, especially if you have internet connection restriction. I need to disable this first. And a lot of the time you try to give your work and then you have internet problem at the same time, and then you can give it and then it's a mess. And that part was not really fun. Okay, then we will have to wait and see how it goes. Sometimes it's just a surprise. You need to wait until it starts, and then you see how it is. But then it's sometimes too late to change your mind. Yeah, I also had those problems for years. I'm glad to be old enough so it's not a problem anymore, but yeah, for a long time I had those problems and you're always restricted by like internet connections and then you can change it and yeah, you just have to wait until you're a bit older and usually it gets better. Speaking of building a PC, I will need to make a new one soon. At least I want to make a new one. I don't think I really need it, but I will make a new one. Just waiting for some parts. I'm hoping I can make it before going on vacation, and if I can't, it will be in a month or so. Yeah, this is a hobby. So like most people, I play because I like it, and I also make videos because I like making videos, and I like to share what I'm building. At first I started making videos because I wanted to have a progression, so this way it's nice to see a project from start to the end. So as long as I can and as I still like it, I will continue making videos. And even if I can be a musician, I will definitely continue making videos if I can. And even being a musician, it will be kind of a hobby. At least it's more like a passion, like something I really like. Okay, I think this one is done. Yeah, I mean, I'm already taking it seriously, even though it's a hobby. But yeah, obviously, if I, like, for some reason the channel blew up, like, I will spend more time on it. But I can't really spend all my time on it because I still need to find a way to live and to buy food and all of that. But I will also continue to find a way to make music, even if it's not my job, just because I like it. Oh, you find it only a week ago. That's nice for you to be here then. Like, I mean, most people just find a channel, they watch some videos, and then they just do something else. So if you spend the time to watch every video, it's really nice. And that's what I like. You can really see the evolution between the start and now with all those videos, because I pretty much started the first video when I started the world. That was my main motivation in the beginning, just to see the progress. Yeah, I also need to work on the replay mode tutorial. I made a list of the things I wanted to talk about in the video. Now I just need to start it and maybe ask if, like, for the people who use replay mode, if they want to know some things or if they have some issues. Like, the goal is mostly to talk about making big time lapses at really large scale. Okay, see you, Campcakes. Yeah, I mean, to learn redstone, it's pretty much like anything else. You need to spend a lot of time on it. So I don't know if you really spend the time learning it or if you just start, like, try to do a few things every now and then. But like sometimes I have spent multiple hours on trying to do something, and even if I can't in the end, I just look at something that works and then I learn how something work, and just you have to spend a lot of time on it. Like what I like to do usually is when I have something that I want to make, I just try making one. So if it can be a farm or anything, just a machine that can be simple or complicated. I try just doing it without looking at any other design. And I can look for information in the wiki if I want to know specific information that are important. And then after some times, if I can make something working, or even if I can't, I'm looking at design that works. And then I learn, like if I can't make something working, I learn how you can make something that works. Or if my machine was working but I want to make it faster or smaller, I just look at other designs and then I can see how they made it smaller. That's how you learn, like how you to make compact wiring, how to make something fast. But if you don't try it yourself first, I don't think you will really be better. At least maybe in the beginning, but after a long time, you don't learn anything by just looking without trying. You have to try. And that's the same thing in music or on every other thing. You have to practice. Yeah, I'm also playing on an orchestra. I am playing mostly percussions. Well, only percussion, but mostly drums. I'm trying to make some arrangements, but it takes a really long time when you have to like write for I don't know how many, it's like 20 instruments, maybe more. It takes too much time. This is where I need the cake. I could probably use something else. Not sure what this has to be a cake. And this is a server, but I'm the only one playing on it. At least in the beginning we were two, but I'm the only one since 2 years now, pretty much. So I have like carpet bots loaded, but no other players. No, you actually get more performance in multiplayers, and mostly because like there is a lot of annoying things in single player. Like for example, if I leave the world now and relog, I have to turn on the mob switch again. I will have to turn off the farm every time and turn them on. And like now I can just run a farm, turn off my PC, and the farm is still running. And especially for a big project like bedrock breaking, I will have to let my PC running for like 1 month straight. And I don't want to have my PC running all the time. I think they mostly lost interest in playing, which is normal, but I just was the only one playing after some time. I think you can probably look at the time played. Playtime. Well, this is mostly bots, actually. Yeah, because those are the bots I used for loading the bedrock breakers and also the world eaters. And I'm still the one with the most playtime, which is in ticks, so it's hard to tell. But the other player is here, Sojet. So it's like 10 times less than me, and also I used this account once to load something, so a lot of that is AFK time. Yeah, the rest is only bots. But yeah, I would like to play... oh yeah, this is 2 ticks for some reason. I would like to play at some point on an SMP, like technical one, but I'm in Glorious, but I don't play a lot there because I can play a lot there and in my world. I think that's mostly the issue. But if I had unlimited time, I would play on an SMP and on my world and do a lot of musics. Yeah, it's 2500 house approximately, which yeah, it's quite a lot now. But it's been 2.5 years, so I don't know how many hours is that in per day. I started the world in 1st of January on 2021. So you can probably do the math. Yeah, 3 hours a day, yeah, it's quite it's not huge, but yeah, considering I don't play every day. And you also have to consider that I spend a lot of time in creative. For example, for the crafting system that I made in my latest video, I spent a lot more time designing it in creative than building it. So yeah, I don't know how long I spent there, but it's probably like 50 hours or maybe more. I spent at least a third of my time in creative, just trying to design things. And especially now on vacation, like sometimes I just play during the entire day. Last time it was um, like in 3 days I played like 40 hours. Just on the Friday I played 16 hours, and it was mostly creative, trying to design a lot of farms or contraptions. I think this layer is finished. Yeah, you can check on the, for example, if you have a Prism launcher, you can see how many hours you have played in total. And I have it, I installed it in February, so it was 6 months ago. And I think right now I have 40 days of playtime in 6 months with all different versions and all the worlds. Yeah, that's only 500 hours a year. So that's still more than an hour every day, but it's not a huge amount. Uh, yeah, it's supposed to be triggered. At this point, I'm triggering everything. I don't care if I break something, because I broke this multiple times already. Yeah, I think pretty much everyone played a lot during COVID. Um, yeah, okay. It is not supposed to be on. I think I need to place this first. I'm not sure how you're supposed to have this not extended. Yeah. Yeah, for now we'll leave it as it is. I'm using Oracle to host my server. So this is the Oracle Cloud. You can have a free virtual machine for free, so you can then pretty much host everything you want on it. This is just a machine running on Linux, and if you want, you can install a Minecraft server on it. That's what I did. So you can have a free Minecraft server, which is quite good for considering it's free. Like once I paid one which was $4 a month, and it was not as good as this one. I also need to fill this, apparently. I think there is just one of them. And with Oracle you can have 24 gigs of RAM, and right now I'm just using 6, as you can see on the top, and 4 is pretty much enough, like for even for 2 or 3 players. But I switched to 6 when I was making the bedrock breaking because I had a lot of bots and another account to record a time lapse. But yeah, usually 4 or 6 is enough. You can run with 8 if you have a lot of people. If you have too much RAM, then the server can be slower. The bedrock breaker is really lag friendly, but since I had my iron farm running, at least not running but loaded, the MSPT was really low. Like it was around 60 MSPT, really high, not low. It was around 60 MSPT, which means the server was pretty much lagging all the time. But that was because of the iron farm. Like if you don't have anything in your perimeter, this is really not laggy. Okay, so it's actually close to being done. We'll probably finish it today. Except the pre-filling, which I won't do today. But apart from that, it's not a lot of layers left. After the brewing system, I already started multiple projects. So I have like 2 decoration projects, but I'm not sure if I will work on them just after this one. So this one was like a small project before starting another big one, which I already started but not shown in stream yet. I think I will just still keep it secret for like at least a week more. But yeah, I already talked about it, so I already said I wanted to work on it at some point. But yeah, it will be a big project, maybe not as long as the bedrock breaking, but I'm not sure. We will see. It's hard to tell now. But I think after this big project, the other one will be the slime farm. And I will probably update after the slime farm. I'm not sure yet because some of the mods are still not ready for 120. Or maybe I can just update to 119. I'm not sure yet. This is a lot simpler now. Just some water streams and some spawn proofing. Yeah, close to the end. It's almost finished. Yeah, sorry it would take more time than this. What is my biggest redstone build? I'm not sure. Like, this is probably the biggest if you consider all the storages, all the things together. It's either this or the crafting system. I think the crafting system is bigger, but this is bit more complicated. Yeah, the crafting system is probably bigger. It takes more space, but a lot of it is just like in the middle, it's empty. But at least I made it mostly myself. I use some systems, but for the most part, it's my design, so it feels a bit more like something I created. I'm not sure what this is. Oh no, maybe there is something in the hoppers. Yeah. Need to clear this. And next video, probably next week. Depends how long it takes me to do the editing. But yeah, I already started on it. Just need to finish it and hope it won't take too long, since it's a big one. It's probably the one I spent the most time on it. At least most AFK time. I can't use ice here, so maybe I can if I remove this. I think this is normal, but it looks weird. Not sure why there is not ice here. I think it should still flow, but yeah, I guess. Yeah, it looks weird. Yeah, I got the pond. Uh, yeah, okay. No, wrong place. Now it's gone. Well, thanks, Lux. I'm trying to make them as good as possible, so I'm glad you like them. Okay, just a few layers left. Of course. Yeah. Yeah, I think there's supposed to be a torch here. We're going to Greece, that's nice. It's very nice in Greece. Especially in September, it's still like the summer, but you will not have as much people and during the summer. Like in July or August, it's usually really crowded. You have your birthday in 3 weeks. I don't know if I will remember it, but hopefully. It's quite soon. I think this one is lost. I don't think I have more trapdoors. I do. This one is supposed to be waterlogged. What day do I remember? Not sure what you mean, but usually I already have a hard time remembering the birthday of my friends. So I'm not the best at remembering dates. But it depends. Okay, it's finally the last layer. It's starting to be a bit exhausting. I think I will recommend the last one because the first one doesn't work in recent versions, and I think the only advantage of the first one is, well, it's easier to build, but also you have magma cream and frog lights, which is nice, but the second one is a bit faster, and also it works in the recent version, so and I think the portal spam farms won't work like in future versions, so it's not the best idea to build those. Yeah, the nether looks cool with the shaders, especially complementary. Okay, finally it's finished. Just need to add a few things like decoration and the pre-filling. I think I will stop here today. And actually I also have some things to reset. Hopefully it's not a lot. And also this, not sure how it's supposed to work. And I will also need to add a chunk loader for that. I think it's exactly in 3x3, so it's, yeah, this is nice. I just need to add one in the middle, like at the same level as those one, I think. Okay, so I think, yeah, I will stop now. It actually looks weird without the wall. Yeah, I'm maybe looking for someone to raid. Glut is streaming right now, but I don't know if it's going to stop soon or not. I don't think so. Yeah, I think I will raid Gluts. So yeah, thanks everyone, as always, for being here. It was almost 4 hours, so yeah, quite a long stream. And I will see you next time, which probably be next week. I don't know, since now I need to edit the video, and yeah, I don't know when I will be streaming next, but I will let you know on the Discord server. So yeah, see you everyone, and have a good rest of your day. Bye bye. Bye Lux.